My parents gave my younger brother my house, without asking me, without telling me, and they expected me to be okay with it. 3 years ago, my grandmother passed away. Before she died, she left me her small house. It wasn't fancy, but it was mine. I spent nearly every weekend renovating it. New floors, fresh paint, a remodeled kitchen. I invested thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours into making it a home. Then my job transferred me to another state. I planned to rent the house until I returned. Before leaving, I gave my parents a spare key in case of emergencies. Big mistake. 6 months later, I came back for a surprise visit. When I pulled into the driveway, I noticed a strange car parked outside. The porch furniture was different. Even the curtains had changed. Confused, I unlocked the front door. Only it didn't open. The locks had been changed. I started knocking. A few seconds later, my younger brother opened the door, wearing pajamas, inside my house. I honestly thought I was dreaming. Then my brother smiled and said, "Oh, Mom and Dad didn't tell you." "Tell me what?" Apparently my parents had decided my brother needed the house more. He'd lost his apartment after quitting another job, so they gave him my house, not temporarily, permanently. At least that was their plan. When I confronted my parents, they acted like I was being unreasonable. My mother actually said, "You're doing well financially. Family helps family." I couldn't believe it. They had handed over property they didn't own. Property my grandmother left specifically to me. I left before I said something I'd regret, but I wasn't done, not even close. The next morning I called a lawyer. Turns out, ownership records are very clear. The house belonged to me. Legally, completely. A week later, my brother received formal notice to vacate. He laughed when he saw it. Then he ignored it. That turned out to be another mistake, because unlike my family, the court didn't care about excuses. 3 months later, a judge ordered him out. Suddenly my phone exploded. My parents were furious. My brother called me selfish. Relatives started sending angry messages. I simply replied with one sentence. "If family is so important, one of you can let him live with you." The messages stopped surprisingly fast. Funny how that works. Eventually my brother moved out, but the best part happened later. I sold the house for nearly double what it was worth when Grandma left it to me. Then I used the money as a down payment on my dream home. Meanwhile, my brother moved back into my parents' house, where he still lives today. The irony. My parents spent years telling me to sacrifice for family, but when the consequences arrived, they were the ones forced to support him, not me. The last thing my grandmother ever told me was, "People show you who they are when money is involved." Turns out she was right, and thanks to her, I learned an important lesson. Never give someone a spare key to your house. And never underestimate how satisfying it feels when karma handles everything for you.